You're pregnant! Congratulations! Do you know what foods you're supposed to limit or avoid? In this video, we're not only going to talk about what foods to limit or avoid, but also why. Hi guys, I'm Haley. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, childbirth educator, certified breastfeeding counselor, doula, and mom of 2. Welcome to Pregnancy, Birth, and Parenting 101, educating and supporting you one video at a time. I don't know about you guys, but the more someone tells me that I can't have something, the more I think about it and the more I want it, unless I really understand the reasons behind the advice of not to have it. So today I want to talk to you guys about why you're supposed to avoid certain foods in pregnancy. The reason why is because either there's a bacteria that has contaminated the food, or there's a parasite that has contaminated the food. And there's certain ones that actually can cause real harm to your growing baby. So we're going to kind of talk about those first and what foods to avoid first. So the first one I want to talk about is Toxoplasmosis. There's a $4 word. So what that is it is a parasite that is found in contaminated foods. Side note, it can also be found in cat poop. So have someone else change the litter box, and no gardening, because guess what? Yep, cats poop in the soil in your garden as well. So, but moving on to the food portion. Foods that are contaminated by toxoplasmosis, according to the Center for Disease Control, that little parasite can actually cause real damage for your baby. It can lead to blindness, and it can also lead to mental disabilities later in life. So that's definitely something you're going to want to avoid. You may be wondering, okay, how do I avoid that? I don't have a cat. I don't do any gardening. So it's also found in things like oysters, mussels, clams, rare meats, and poultry. So make sure that when you go out for that steak, you order it, pretty well done. And if you are cooking in the kitchen, make sure you're washing your hands really, really well, wiping down the countertops with Clorox or something that's going to kill that and not transfer it to you later on when you're just randomly put something on the countertop and pick it up, not thinking about it. So those are the things that are going to be the real troublemakers with toxoplasmosis. I will put a link in the description below with more information from the CDC, as well as everything else I'm going to talk about here. So that way you guys can go there for a full resource of what foods to avoid. Let's see, and then next, let's talk about something called listeria. So that is a vicious bacteria, and according to mothertobaby.org, it can lead to miscarriage, stillbirth, uterine infection, and preterm labor and delivery. So delivering your baby before it's ready, basically. And so it can make you viciously sick even when you're not pregnant. And unfortunately, in pregnancy, you are more susceptible, or you have a higher chance of getting listeria than when you're not pregnant. And so it's usually found in things like deli meats, so that includes hot dogs, unpasteurized cheeses, and you may be wondering, like, how do I know the difference between pasteurized and unpasteurized? It will usually say it on the container, because feta is one of the ones that is listed under the unpasteurized ones not to have. I personally love my feta on my morning omelets, and so Trader Joe's does offer one that is pasteurized. So pick that up next time you're there. Other cheeses like brie, queso seems to be a real culprit. So next time you're at your favorite Mexican restaurant, skip the queso, load up on guac. Avocados are great for you and for your growing baby's brain and lots of other great things. So no queso. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything for the listeria, because that's important and I want you guys to have all the information. nope, looks like I included everything. So those are kind of the two disruptors that you really want to avoid completely. And again, I will list all the resources in the description below. So just scroll down past all those other videos. No, that's the comments. Hit the description. You'll see what I'm talking about. And while you're hitting things, hit subscribe and comment right now questions you may have so that I can answer them and make more videos of them. Moving on. So those are foods to avoid. Now let's talk about foods to limit. And the reason why I say limit and not avoid is because the biggest risk with these are food poisoning. Okay, so you can get food poisoning when you're pregnant, when you're not pregnant. So the worry with getting food poisoning when you are pregnant is dehydration and the negative effects that can have on you while you're pregnant. And then it can also, in rare cases, lead to infection of the blood and meningitis. So the two main ones you want to look out for are Salmonella and E. coli, both of which have shown there's no evidence to show that they have any type of birth defects at all. It's more about just leading to dehydration. So kind of the biggest culprits of Salmonella would be raw eggs. So you're looking at like your homemade cookie dough. I know, girls, that's so hard for me too. Like, that's my favorite thing to do with the kids on a rainy day. But no cookie dough made from home because of those raw eggs, or limit it, you know. And then also, you know, Caesar salads or Caesar dressing, really. Homemade, like Hollandaise, am I saying that right? Oh well, Hollandaise sauce, and there was another one. Let me look so I don't forget it. Ooh, homemade frosting and homemade mayonnaise. So yeah, those two. Anything that you put raw eggs in pretty much is going to be a Salmonella culprit. So limit it, try to avoid those. And then the other thing is wash your fruits and veggies really, really well. And again, if you're using, if you are preparing raw meat or poultry, wash your hands really well, wash the countertops really well, make sure you're not transferring any of that bacteria to other food or other things that are going to go into your mouths or in the mouths of your family. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Feel free to find me on Instagram at Naples Birth Services, or if you're in Southwest Florida, look me up at naplesbirthservices.com. All right, guys, thank you so much, and remember, you got this.